What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. Wow, what the fuck?
What's up? It's your boy Kevin on YouTube shit. Hey man, we are lit, man. Turn. Take to motherfucker, eh? Checking outside, big crip in the gang, showing outside shit, man. Free power style, free Congo, rush your thing, and takes it, stand the fuck up. Easy days, you know to be a better version of yourself. Never let somebody bring that, always fight back. Never let somebody tell you who you are, also never put yourself in a position of alone. Let's stay humble, let's go revolution. On the moment, keep your way first. Come to the Black Hebrew Israelite as a real Jew. We out here. Alright, boom. Gang, go. Turn. Alright, gang. So, bruh, we know that the number one enemies to this system is the black people, the Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? And they would do anything to try to keep control over black people. You know what I'm saying? So they'll use our social media celebrities. They'll use people in power, like, you know what I'm saying, like senators and the government. They'll use anything that they can do to try to control the black man, especially the civilians and people trying to win. So it's like they want black people to be their puppets because they know we got spiritual energy, spiritual powers. So they trying to drain us of what we got. That's why you got to be careful of who and what is around you. So we got Kanye West, man. A lot of stuff, man, the higher ups done got him, man. They done got him, bro. You know what I'm saying? He hanging around, you know what I'm saying, the fake people, man. You know what I'm saying? The one we don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Who control the whole system, fake Jews, man. Bro, this shit getting crazy, man. They trying to say he drugged up. They don't fact this the real Kanye West. You know, they his daughter was just on a thing about you know what I'm saying, the tattoos on her face. Bruh, this shit is getting crazy, bruh. So y'all, I tell y'all niggas, stay woke out here, man. Be strong, man, cause you gotta understand this it's deeper than what y'all think, man. Let's get into it.
Shout out to Entertainment Tonight. So Northwest shocked TikTok with face tattoos and piercings. Are these real face tattoos?
No. Honey, would you put a bumper sticker on a Bentley? We have lots of TikToks.
I feel like I could be Batman. I feel like you could be Batman. Anybody could be Batman. You just gotta get the gadget.
Northwest proving to be just like all other tweens, a little rebellious.
Are they real
It's like
face
her
tattoos?
The 12-year-old and her pals serving up shocks on TikTok,
Really?
sporting temporary face tattoos, fake piercings, colored contacts, and blacked out teeth.
And then I'm like, okay, we're never wearing that again. Unfortunately, we made that mistake in front of the whole world.
Yeah, Kim might need a Call Her Daddy Part 2 to react to this one.
She's so creative and she's so amazing. And she'll be like, Mom, I saw this and like, I don't really care that they don't like, if someone says they don't like my blue hair.
Though we have a feeling she okayed the posting.
You know, I feel like my parents were a little bit more
If they
strict
have
on
fake
me wearing
tattoos,
makeup at
don't
that
feel like
age.
nothing wrong with that.
So as long as
Nothing
we
wrong
keep
with that,
everything clean and don't make too much of a mess on things, I am fine with her expressing herself and having fun with it.
And we'll give North the benefit of the doubt here. It is spooky season after all.
North really seems to have the Hollywood bug. Do you think she's the one that's going to just continue with the family business?
I think she will. I think it's just in her blood and who she is and what she loves to do.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, a fine line as a parent to figure that out together.
To guide her.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got We got Kanye West, man. He finna talk about the face tattoos. I mean, I thought they was real, but you know what I'm saying? She only 12 years old. I mean, if she want to get older, hey, it's up on her. The reason I wouldn't get tattooed like that because nigga, I'm not gonna put no ink on my body to destroy my temple.
Kanye West has a few choice words for
Yeah,
Kim
fucking
for allowing
ink.
Northwest to
Nigga, I'm
appear
worth
on
more than
TikTok.
gold, nigga.
Hey everybody, I
What's
just
with
got
that
off the phone
nasty
with
ass shit
Kim.
on my
I told
skin,
her
nigga?
to
There's
stop
nothing wrong for other people
antagonizing me
want
with this
tattoos.
TikTok
That's on
thing.
them.
I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said
I like it on
I'm
other people,
not
but no,
allowing my
I just don't want
daughter
it.
Be sure to like, comment, and
My body
subscribe.
too. You know what
to
I'm
be
saying?
used
My
by
body
TikTok, to be
priceless.
used
Why
by
the fuck I
Disney.
put foreign ass object on my body
I have a say so.
or cut my body up
And
to
then when
make it?
people say, "Oh, they're gonna use this for you in court," I didn't have a say so on whether or not they went to Sierra
Yeah.
Canyon. Most men do not. There's no such thing as 50-50 custody
That's a fact.
with in society today. That's not even.
You might as well give
It
up on that
always
shit and
leans
just
towards the
start
law.
over, nigga, or do something different.
But right now, and I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with. You understand what I'm saying?
Shout out to Rap Lore. Shout out to Rap Lore. How Kanye West Inner Circle betrayed him. Fact though.
Some of the people Kanye trusted the most are the very same people who ruined his life and career.
How many more times y'all gonna call me crazy? Y'all try to kill the superheroes, but we here, we alive.
Kanye West is
Yeah,
easily
true.
the most polarizing artist in the world right now. He
Yeah,
went from
right.
being the biggest underdog in the rap game to one of the most critically acclaimed musicians of all time. But over the last few years, Ye's billion-dollar empire has crumbled before our very eyes. And a lot of people, from diehard fans to music critics to other rappers too, all seem to agree that today's Kanye West is a shell of his former self. But where did things
I
go
think
so
he got
horribly
better.
wrong? And who's really responsible for
But you
Kanye's
know how it goes.
downward spiral? As Ye's behavior has become increasingly erratic, a recent burst of revelations, accusations, and lawsuits also point the finger at some of the people inside Kanye's inner circle. Could Kanye West have been manipulated by the people he trusted the most,
I do
or is
think
Ye
so.
himself responsible for totally spiraling out of control? That's why we're putting together a comprehensive timeline of the rise and fall of Kanye West, including some of his most controversial relationships. How did Ye go from unlikely beginnings to rap superstardom? What's the real story behind the suspicious death of the first person to ever believe in him? And how did the Kardashian curse almost make Kanye its most tragic victim? And is it true that he almost got put under a Britney Spears-style conservatorship? We've even dug through pages of legal affidavits that shine light on the allegations that Kanye might be dealing with a crippling laughing gas addiction, and the alleged accusations that he might be under the influence of a notorious celebrity dentist. Finally, we're gonna examine Ye's complicated relationship with Diddy and Kanye's attempts to distance himself from the so-called diddler. But with new allegations and lawsuits
he went to the
surfacing every
courthouse
single
to see that
day,
nigga.
could Kanye actually be a bigger part of Diddy's scandal than anyone may have realized in the past?
Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these all you fake hard you.
But when you start from the very beginning, you realize just how unlikely Kanye's rise to the top was. Kanye was raised in Chicago by his mother, Dr. Donda West, an accomplished professor who chaired Chicago State University's English department and was a Fulbright scholar. From the very start, Donda was incredibly supportive and protective of her son and encouraged him to be creative. When Ye was 10 years old, they even briefly relocated to China for an exchange program. Through it all, Kanye was intensely passionate about music. He not only rapped, but he made beats for other local artists. His earliest demos, like World Record Holders and The Prerequisite, showcased Kanye's raw talent while he was still on the come up. In fact, Kanye was so confident about his dream that he dropped out of college at 20 to pursue music full-time. His willingness to take big risks paid off though, because by the year 2000, he was an in-house producer for his idol, Jay-Z.
I mean, Kanye come up is crazy.
Kanye's trademark style, where he'd sample old school soul songs, made him hugely in demand. But there was a problem. While Ye was getting plenty of success as a behind-the-scenes beatmaker, his real dream was to be a rapper. And pretty much no one in the music industry took him serious. Kanye's lack of a gangsta image and subject matter meant that a lot of execs just didn't see him as bankable, and he struggled to get a record deal. Finally, Jay-Z's business partner, Dame Dash, agreed to sign Kanye to the label Rockefeller Records. Dame did not want someone else to lure Kanye away from Rockefeller, especially since Ye had helped craft their label's signature sound. But on October 23rd of 2002, just 2 weeks after Kanye got his coveted deal with Rockefeller, he fell asleep at the wheel while driving home during a late-night recording session. Ye got into a huge car crash that shattered his jaw. That's painful, goddamn. But Kanye's determination wouldn't let his injury slow him down. Just 2 weeks after the car crash, with his jaw still wired shut, Kanye recorded the song Through the Wire, which would become the first single to his upcoming album.
Boost for breakfast and insure for dessert. Somebody order pancakes, I just dip the scissor.
God, that shit is a jam, bro. In February of 2004, Kanye dropped his debut album, The College Dropout. Not only did the album hit number 2 on the Billboard charts, but it also went triple platinum, sold 441,000 units in its first week, and landed a Grammy nomination for Album of the Year. Kanye received widespread praise for bucking the gangster rap trend and still making hit records like Jesus Walks and Slow Jams. Despite all the people who doubted him, Kanye silenced the haters and became a legit superstar. On his follow-up album, 2005's Late Registration, Ye went even bigger. Kanye recruited a 20-piece ensemble orchestra and collaborated with acclaimed film composer John Bryan to deliver an album that was even more cinematic and even more successful. Late Registration debuted at number 1 and nearly doubled the first week sales of College Dropout by selling 860,000 copies. But when it came to Kanye's third album, Graduation, the stakes were even higher. Kanye's record label moved the release of the album to September 11th of 2007, the very same day that 50 Cent was scheduled to release his highly awaited third studio album, Curtis. After being turned down for a record deal for years because he wasn't seen as street enough, Kanye was headed for a sales showdown with not only one of the top-selling artists of all time, but also the most popular gangster rapper in the game. 50 Cent had a lot of reasons to be confident. His debut, Get Rich or Die Trying, sold 12 million copies in 1 year. His sophomore album, The Massacre, had one of the largest opening weeks of all time after it moved 1.15 million units in just 4 days. In fact, 50 was so sure he'd wipe the floor with Kanye that he vowed to retire from music if Ye sold more records than him. But when release day came, 50 had to eat his own words. Kanye's Graduation opened at number 1 and sold 957,000 copies in its first week. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's Curtis moved 623,000 copies and opened at number 2. While 50 didn't follow through with his promise to hang up the mic, the release of Graduation solidified a paradigm shift in hip-hop. For each and every album, Kanye managed to musically reinvent himself to the delight of fans and critics. For Graduation, Kanye sampled Daft Punk and claimed inspiration from house music to create a one-of-a-kind hip-hop record. While 50 was criticized for delivering more of the same, Kanye was celebrated for pushing the envelope. Kanye West had ascended to become the rap game's most popular standard bearer and a widely recognized creative genius.
I am the number 1 most impactful artist of our generation.
But just 2 months after his greatest success, Kanye would go through a tragedy that would reshape his life forever. As Kanye found more fame and success, his mother Donda made the choice to move to LA in 2004 to work as his manager. Throughout Kanye's rise to the top, Donda was frequently by his side. They attended concerts, events, and award shows together, and Ye often credited his mom for giving him the confidence he needed to succeed. But as Kanye's celebrity grew, so did the pressures on Donda. Her new lifestyle in LA made her want to look the part of being in Hollywood. On November 9th of 2007, Donda West opted to undergo elective surgery to get a tummy tuck and breast reduction. The surgery took about 5.5 hours, and Dr. Donda West was apparently encouraged by her doctor, Dr. Jan Adams, to stay at an inpatient facility and receive post-operative care. Donda, however, didn't really like that option. She wanted to return to her home, where she insisted she'd be cared for by her nephew, Kanye's cousin, Steven Scoggins. Scoggins had a nursing license, and Donda
Fuck
assumed
no,
to be equipped to mother her
baby.
after her operation.
Got me fucked
But when
up.
Donda was recovering at home, there was no one documenting the kind of basic nursing protocol like temperature checks that she would have received at an inpatient facility. Donda even reportedly told Stephen Scoggins that she was in excruciating pain after the operation, and if she knew how much it would hurt, she never would have gone through with it in the
Hell
first
no, that's how
place.
you die.
Stephen Scoggins stayed with
That's
Donda
what
the night
happened to,
after her surgery, but he left the next
DJ
morning and
Trance,
promised
DJ
Donda he'd
Trance.
return later that night. But while Stephen was gone, Donda's health took a turn for the worse. Hours after Stephen left the house, Donda collapsed. A friend of Donda who was at the house called 911, but by the time Donda was rushed to the emergency room, it was too late. Donda West was pronounced dead on November 10th of 2007. Donda's death emotionally shattered Kanye. In a 2015 interview, Kanye blamed himself for what happened, claiming, "If I never moved to LA, she'd be alive, and I don't want to go far into it because it'll bring me to tears." But the tragedy and shock of Donda's passing also led to a ton of scrutiny on the surgeon who operated on her, Dr. Jan Adams. The West family released a statement claiming that the cause of Donda's death was cosmetic surgery, and Dr. Adams vigorously pushed back on the implication. Dr. Adams blamed Kanye's cousin, Stephen Scoggins, for not being at her side when Donda collapsed. But it turns out Dr. Adams had a checkered past, and all of it came to light in the wake of the Donda West
They're like
tragedy.
the Michael Jackson shit.
Past,
All that
and
goddamn
all of it
money,
came
why
to
they don't
light
go
in
to
the
somebody,
wake of the
you know
Donda
what I'm
West
saying?
tragedy.
He has a questionable medical and legal record. That's the doctor.
Dr. Adams was exposed for having multiple drunk driving arrests, which critics said made his judgment seem suspect. Dr. Adams had also been the subject of malpractice suits, which were settled for just under $500,000. Another plastic surgeon, Dr. Andre Abulon, even confirmed that Donda West consulted with him before she went with Dr. Adams. Dr. Abulon recommended that Donda not undergo the cosmetic surgery precisely because of her heart condition. Donda had a coronary artery disease, which meant a buildup of plaque in her arteries limited blood flow to the heart. While Dr. Abulon cautioned Donda, Dr. Jan Adams proceeded with the surgery without raising concerns. The backlash to Dr. Jan Adams was so severe that the California governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, signed the Donda West law in 2009, which required patients to have proper medical clearance before getting elective cosmetic surgery done. Amid all the finger pointing and blame, Kanye West was the one suffering the most. He would go on to perform his song Hey Mama as a tribute to his late mother, only to sometimes break down in tears midway through a performance. In 2008, Kanye's engagement to Alex Pfeiffer, his longtime girlfriend of 6 years, abruptly ended. In 2009, while in attendance at the VMA Awards, Kanye is seen guzzling a bottle of Hennessy with his new girlfriend, Amber Rose. Then, in the middle of the show, Kanye rushed to the stage while Taylor Swift was accepting an award and snatched the microphone from her.
But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Real nigga.
Ye's out-of-control behavior that night received widespread condemnation. When Kanye apologized for the incident during an appearance on the Jay Leno show, the host asked him point-blank what Ye's mother would think about him interrupting Taylor, and Ye clearly had an emotional reaction to the question. Despite the controversy, though, Ye continued to release critically acclaimed music. But Kanye still needed someone to replace the void in his life after Donda's passing. And nobody expected him to find that person in reality TV star Kim Kardashian. In 2012, Kanye surprised his fans by proclaiming his love for Kim Kardashian on the song Cold, where he also dissed Kim's ex, basketball player Chris Humphries. That spring, Kanye and Kim were seen out in public together for the first time, confirming their new relationship. The couple even had their first child, Northwest, a year later. By 2014, they were married in a lavish ceremony in Italy. Kim and Kanye's marriage made them one of the biggest power couples in the entertainment industry, but their mega celebrity status also came with a steep price. On November 21st of 2016, Kanye was hospitalized for a psychiatric emergency after he abruptly canceled his St. Pablo tour. That album was tough, bro. Reports surfaced that Kim and Kanye's marriage had become turbulent, and that Kanye's breakdown was partially triggered by the 9-year anniversary of Donda West's passing. TMZ reported that when Kanye was taken to UCLA Medical Hospital, he had to be sedated after refusing to let doctors touch him. He even accused them of trying to ruin his marriage with Kim. Kanye was finally released after a week-long stay in the hospital. He later admitted that he had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and detailed how he was treated treated while in psychiatric care.
They handcuff you, they drug you, they put you on the bed. They separate you from everyone you know.
Ye also discussed how his bipolar disorder makes him hyper-paranoid, putting him in a state where everything's a conspiracy. Reports continued to surface that Kanye and Kim were experiencing tensions in their relationship, but things really blew up in July of 2020 when Kanye publicly shared texts he sent to Kim's mother and longtime manager, Kris Jenner. In those texts, Kanye asked Kim if she wants to talk or go to war, and even said that his relationship with Kris Jenner was white supremacy at its finest. Kanye also accused Kim of attempting to lock him up like on the movie Get Out. At first, Kanye's claim might sound a little over the top until you really dig into the details. Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian have a relationship with Lou Taylor, a Hollywood business manager with many high-profile clients. It's widely known that Lou Taylor was instrumental in helping craft Britney Spears' conservatorship. In that situation, an involuntary psychiatric hold led to Britney losing control of her finances and personal life, and Lou Taylor was one of the people put in charge of managing her situation. Britney later claimed that she was invited to Lou Taylor's office directly before she was sent to a psych facility against her will. Britney, bitch. Sorry. Kanye claimed that he found out that Kris and Kim were scheming with Lou to do the exact same thing to him. And it's especially troubling since Ye had already been forcibly taken to the hospital on an involuntary psych hold. Ye even accused Kris and Kim of trying to force him to take lithium, a tactic which lines up with what Britney said Lou Taylor did to her. Britney alleged that the massive amounts of lithium doses she was given was designed to give her brain damage and make her as pliable as possible so Lou Taylor could directly profit. 3 days later, after I said no to Vegas, my therapist sat me down in a room and said he had a million phone calls about how I was not cooperating in rehearsals and I haven't been taking my medication. All of this was false. He immediately the next day put me on lithium out of nowhere. He took me off my normal meds that I've been taking for 5 years. And lithium is a very, very strong and completely different medication compared to what I was used to. It was later confirmed that Kim Kardashian directly employed the LA security firm Black Box Security Inc., the very same security firm that was created and funded by the Britney Spears conservatorship. With all these links between the Kardashians and Lou Taylor, Kanye's paranoia about Kris Jenner sounds all the more reasonable. On February 19th of 2021, Kim Kardashian officially filed for divorce from Kanye. But the saga between them was far from over. News surfaced that Kim was dating comedian Pete Davidson, leading to Kanye to lash back in jealousy.
Was hilarious,
in a social media spree, Kanye famously labeled Pete Davidson Skeet Davidson, and even released a stop-motion music video for the song Easy, where he kidnaps, decapitates, and buries a cartoon Pete Davidson lookalike. Kanye even encouraged his fans to scream at Pete if they saw him on the street. The non-stop online harassment from Ye fans forced Pete Davidson to deactivate his IG account. While Kim and Kanye had 4 children together, Ye's accusations that Kim's family tried to essentially Britney Spears him hints at a much darker truth.
On your motorcycle.
Kanye may have been able to fight off Lou Taylor's alleged attempts to get him on lithium, but reports surfaced that he had succumbed to an entirely different kind of addiction. In January of 2024, some pretty crazy news surfaced about Kanye's teeth. News outlets claimed that Kanye had permanent titanium teeth installed into his mouth for the wild price of $850,000. The dentist behind the procedure was Dr. Thomas Connolly, the so-called father of diamond dentistry. In fact, Dr. Connolly is famous for providing lavish procedures on celebrity clients. In 2021, he reconstructed Post Malone's smile with diamonds and platinum teeth for $1.6 million, and his other patients include Offset, Gunna, Lil Yachty, Shaq, and Odell Beckham Jr. But Ye's new titanium teeth was on a complete different level. The procedure was called quite unlike anything that's been done before and touted as experimental dentistry. But the story only gets weirder from there. In August of 2024, Kanye's former chief of staff, Milo Yiannopoulos, posted a series of text messages on social media between him, Kanye, and celebrity dentist Thomas Connolly. Those leaked texts heavily implied that Ye developed a dependency on nitrous oxide and that Dr. Connolly was supplying Kanye with the nitrous. Nitrous is basically known as laughing gas, and while it can make users euphoric at first, it's also been associated with long-term neurological damage. Milo alleged that Dr. Connolly was charging Kanye a whopping $50,000 a month to hook him up with a nitrous supply, which is an insane insane markup for how much the gas would typically cost.
Give me weed, nigga,
Milo
I'm
also
good.
claimed that Dr. Connolly was intentionally trying to diminish Ye's mental faculties so that Dr. Connolly could exploit him for millions of dollars. Milo filed a complaint with the California Dental Board where he called Dr. Connolly a dangerous predator and sent a 22-page sworn affidavit to the FBI, which goes to show that Milo is really standing behind his words on this. In the affidavit, Milo claims that since April of 2024, Kanye has been taking nitrous non-stop in meetings and that he wore an inhaler mask on a near constant basis. Milo even brings up a video message that Ye sent to MMA fighter Ryan Garcia, where Ye is clearly wearing an inhaler mask and says,
Ryan Garcia, this Ye, I'm on a nitrous.
The affidavit also claims that a junior Yeezy staffer informed Milo that Dr. Connolly was seen hauling 4 large surgical tanks to the home of Kanye's new wife, Australian architect Bianca Sensori. And we've already done a whole deep dive on her bizarre relationship with Ye in this video. The documents even contain text from Dr. Connolly to Milo where the dentist proposes a job for himself at Kanye's Yeezy company that includes building a personal nitrous system. Dr. Connolly's representatives denied the allegations, calling them intentionally misleading. After Milo Yiannopoulos made his accusations against Dr. Connolly, fans started looking more at the evidence for Kanye's nitrous use. In a 2015 cover story for the paper magazine, Ye tells an interviewer, "One time I was at the dentist's office and I was given nitrous and I was vibing out. I guess that's my version of Steve Jobs and his trip. When I had my first thought, what's the meaning of life?" But in a more recent clip, Kanye talked about using nitrous while on stage at the 2022 BET Awards. That night, Ye was a surprise presenter to give a Lifetime Achievement Award to none other than Sean Diddy Combs. And he straight up says,
I was at the dentist's office the other day, I was taking a nitrous oxide.
Speaking of Diddy, Kanye's longtime relationship with Sean Combs have been receiving a lot more attention ever since the Bad Boys mogul's legal troubles have begun to stack up. When you look at Kanye's BET tribute speech to Diddy in 2022, you start to see just how close these two men were. Not only did Ye make a rare public appearance in support of Diddy, but he also professed that he looks to Diddy for advice.
He inspires so many of my choices, my wife choices.
Sounds a lot like he was alluding to Diddy inspiring him to pursue Kim Kardashian. Kanye professed his love for Diddy and called him his brother, but in October 2022, just a few months after their public love fest at the BET Awards, Diddy called Kanye out for promoting a custom-made White Lives Matter shirt. Kanye responded enraged, posting texts between him and Diddy where Kanye insisted on selling his t-shirts and claimed that no one gets in between me and my money. Then, days later, Kanye made a highly controversial appearance on Drink Champs. In a really belligerent interview, Kanye made a whole range of anti-Semitic remarks while accusing Diddy of being a Fed. The interview was so wild that it was taken down for promoting hate speech, but once Diddy's Miami and LA mansions were raided in 2024 by the Department of Homeland Security, Kanye's Fed accusations started to go viral all over again. In June of 2024, singer Nikki Heaton accused both Diddy and Kanye of assaulting her when she was just 19 years old. Heaton alleged that she was invited to a studio session where Diddy and Kanye were both drunk and possibly even on drugs, and detailed how they tried to force themselves on her. And in October of 2024, Kanye's former assistant Lauren Pisciato filed a lawsuit against Kanye alleging that he assaulted her during a studio session that was also hosted by Diddy. Pisciato worked for Kanye from 2021 to 2022. In the legal complaint, Pisciato said that she was invited to a Santa Monica studio before she was employed by Ye. Diddy and Ye were in attendance, and the guests were told that everyone had to drink if they wanted to stay. The legal filing claims that Pisciato's drink was laced with drugs and that she lost consciousness. While Pisciato says that she didn't have any memory of what transpired that night, she also claims that Kanye later implied that they hooked up, which Pisciato would have been too intoxicated to consent to. Pisciato also detailed other incidents where Kanye sent nude messages while she was working for him and allegedly harassed her in a hotel room. While Diddy was named in Pisciato's lawsuit, he wasn't directly accused of any wrongdoing. Kanye's legal rep responded to Pisciato's harassment allegations, claiming that Pisciato was using extortion and blackmail against Kanye. While Kanye hasn't been charged with any crimes in connection to Diddy's indictment, these allegations are certainly troubling. Could Kanye's ties with Diddy run deeper than anyone ever imagined? As more information starts to trickle out about Diddy's secrets, it's possible that we'll learn even more dark details about Diddy and Kanye's relationship and hopefully get to the truth behind these accusations.
Shout out to the truth is, you know what I'm saying? They got Ye again, man. You think these white people, man, trying to take the nigga out the secret organizations and shit? Be your own people. 3. Don't forget that. Be the white people and your own people. And some Mexicans, Indians. You never know. Chinese, nigga.
Kanye is currently trending in the media after a video of him apologizing to a Jewish rabbi surfaced online. His supporters couldn't believe what they were seeing. Like, they literally couldn't tell if it was real or AI generated, with many people desperately hoping the video was AI. But it turns out the video is in fact real.
Know what's going
it was
on,
sent
man.
to the media directly by Kanye himself, as academics posted on his Instagram that Kanye requested he post this video, and eventually it got picked up by the bigger media. Now, while everyone is focused on whether this video is real or AI, that wasn't what caught my attention. I immediately noticed something off about this video. And no, it's not Kanye apologizing to the Jews, as believe it or not, he has done this before. There was something way off about the way he looked and spoke. To me, he seemed rather sedated and dazed. It looked like he could barely get the words out of his mouth.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just...
They got that nigga, man. That nigga, that right there, the devil, bitch. That motherfucker right there, the devil. Rabbi, where the fuck is, that's the devil, nigga.
Bipolar. To be honest, it looked like Kanye was clearly heavily medicated. It made me think about all
Kanye
the times Kanye claimed they were trying to medicate him back to Zombieland to get him back in line. Now it seems that they might have done just that. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we'll be talking about his apology video. Let's get right into it.
I fuck with Kanye.
Over the past few years, Kanye has become the face of a growing movement. Whether you agree or disagree with that movement is one thing, but people can no longer ignore this movement as it isn't going away. This rapidly growing movement represents the large number of Americans who believe the Jewish elites run everything. These people accuse them of running Hollywood, the music industry, and now even American politics. Kanye was one of the big voices pushing this narrative, speaking his mind on social media whenever he can. He even infamously made a viral song dedicated to one of the most controversial figures in human history, a man will forever be an enemy of the Jewish people. It became quite clear that Kanye was willing to die on this hill, so you could only imagine how people felt when they saw him meeting up with a Jewish rabbi in New York City to apologize to the Jewish community. Kanye recently met with and apologized to a New York City rabbi for his past comments and actions. During the meeting, which took place on Tuesday, November 4th, he expressed profound remorse for his previous statements, which he said during his rants and his song Hail. He attributed his past behavior to his struggles with bipolar disorder and expressed a desire to take accountability for his actions. The rabbi accepted the apology and stated, a person is not defined by his mistakes, but the way he chooses to correct them.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability.
That's the devil right there, bro.
Some various issues dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas
that's the motherfucking devil, nigga.
Extreme, where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself.
Come close to me.
So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable.
God is black, man.
And
we the real Jews, African Americans.
Or what causes it.
They using us in our spiritual powers, nigga.
When you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage, messed up the living room.
This video is now viral for obvious reasons. Not only was Kanye apologizing to the Jewish community, but he also met with a powerful representative of the Jewish community. Something people were not expecting to see. But honestly, Kanye apologizing isn't out of the ordinary. He has done this before. In December 2023, he posted an apology message in Hebrew on Instagram to the Jewish community. The Anti-Defamation League welcomed the previous apology, but stressed that actions will speak louder than words. But after making this apology, Kanye went right back to speaking about them negatively. But what got my attention with this video was the way Kanye looked in it. How he was oddly holding this man's hands and talking in such a strange way. To me, it looked like Kanye might have been sedated.
Don't
He
look like
looks
him.
zombie-like and sounds like he can barely talk.
Yeah.
It seemed like something was off about this whole thing, especially since Kanye stated several times and claimed that they were trying to medicate him to control him.
They got him, man.
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though. Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look, they would have Michael Jackson or worse.
This is what led me to dig deeper into this, as I know there had to be more to all of it. What I ended up finding was quite interesting and might prove that there is something sinister going on behind all of this. The first question that came to my mind when watching this was, why in the world was Kanye holding that old man's hand? Then I asked myself, who is even that rabbi that Kanye just casually met up with? When I started looking into him, I quickly realized this isn't just any New York City rabbi. This man is a big deal in the Jewish community, and he has ties to many powerful people.
He the devil.
Hey, with Klarna.
Kanye West is pointing out who the devils are.
Pinto is actually the leader of the global organization MSI, which has centers in Israel, the United States, and elsewhere. He is also known for his extensive connections amongst business people and celebrities. He is friends with many high-profile people, like LeBron James and the rapper Kanye West. Now, the most interesting thing I discovered about Rabbi Pinto is that he is a prominent Kabbalist leader. He earned himself a reputation as a mystically inclined spiritual guide. He was also named one of Israel's wealthiest rabbis in 2012. Now, this honestly changes everything to me. This man isn't just a rabbi. He's a Kabbalist. For those who don't know what the Kabbalah even is, in short, it's Jewish mysticism. It is a part of the branches of occult knowledge. In fact, the Kabbalah is what the Scottish Rite Masons practice. Albert Pike, a prominent Scottish Rite Freemason leader, admitted this in his book Morals and Dogma, that Freemasonry was connected to the Kabbalah. In his book, he said this: all truly dogmatic religions have issued from the Kabbalah and returned to it. Everything scientific and grand in the religious dreams of all the Illuminati and others is borrowed from the Kabbalah. All the Masonic associations owe it their secrets and symbols. So this prominent Freemason leader, whom Donald Trump just ordered to have his statue fixed after it was destroyed, admitted that the Kabbalah was the father of all secret societies, meaning that the Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, directly birthed Freemasonry and all the other elite secret societies. Isn't that quite interesting? Now, of course, Masonry isn't only the Kabbalah. It is also Gnosticism, as Gnosticism inspired the Kabbalah. So Rabbi Pinto is a prominent Jewish Kabbalah leader. This makes him a prominent leader in what's considered by some to be the Jewish version of Masonry. This is the man Kanye randomly meets up with to apologize to the Jewish community through a mystic occultist. This instantly confirmed my suspicions. Think about it. Kanye said multiple times that he was fighting against people like Harley Pasternak, whom he exposed for trying to medicate him back to Zombieland. Harley Pasternak was trying to get Kanye back in order because of his comments. I did a video on Harley, and he has a suspicious history working for the Canadian government before he became a celebrity trainer. A few years back, when Kanye started ranting about the Jewish elite, Harley sent Kanye a threatening text message warning him that if he didn't cut out his behavior, he was going to medicate him back to Zombieland. Since then, Kanye repeatedly said that they were trying to medicate him to get him back in line. Now he shows up to apologize to the Jewish community, meeting up with a prominent Kabbalah leader. Something honestly is not right here. I believe that they likely medicated Kanye and got him back in line. When I look at this video, he looks like he's in Zombieland, just like he said they were trying to do to him. The fact that he is also holding this man's hand seems so sketchy to me. Knowing this guy is deep into the occult, who knows why he's actually holding Kanye's hand. Don't get me wrong, I have never fully believed Kanye has revolted against the industry. I felt that he was acting out a storyline and plan for him, but eventually it did start to seem like Kanye might have been serious about his issues with those in the industry. Now, seeing him looking drained and sedated in this apology video, I can only think that they have gotten to him again. They likely managed to get him back on his medication and assigned him a new handler. Now they got him meeting up with prominent Kabbalah leaders, apologizing for all he said about the Jewish community. Interestingly enough, this comes weeks after Kanye was calling out Kim Kardashian for allowing Northwest to wear fake face tattoos and dress inappropriately for a 12-year-old. When Kanye saw how Kim had his daughter dressed, he lost it, posting a video online addressing Kim, letting the world know he wasn't with how she had his daughter dressed.
Hey everybody, I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney.
Oh, so the teeth wasn't permanent. Okay.
I have a say-so. And then when people say, oh, they're going to use this for you in court, I didn't have a say-so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not, there's no such thing as 50-50 custody in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom. But right now, and I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with. You understand what I'm saying?
I made a whole video on this situation where I revealed how this is a tradition within the Kardashian family. All the Kardashians over-sexualize themselves for money and attention. It now seems that Kim is getting Northwest ready to take her spot in the Kardashian empire. Now, not even a month later after Kanye calls them out, he looks sedated and out of it, while apologizing to the leader of the Kabbalah. None of this seems right with me. While I don't trust Kanye, I do feel like they have him under their control again. They're likely doing Kanye like they did to Britney Spears, pumping him with medications that keep him in a zombie state where he's easier to control. He will likely be embraced in the coming months and be all over mainstream like nothing happened. I strongly believe the reason they never got rid of Kanye if he did actually rebel was because they know it's hard to create another Kanye, another influential celebrity to the level of Kanye's influence who actually has control over the fans. It seems that they waited until they can get him back under their medication, and it seems now that that's exactly what they did. Hey, I might be wrong, as Kanye could just be looking for attention and next week be right back at it. But honestly, the way he looks in this video, to me, looks like they already got him. He's back in zombie land. Well, I'm gonna end this one here.
They done got him, man. Shout out to more Black Balloon. They done got him, man.
How's Kanye? You have
I met like 5 or 6 different Kanye.
Do you remember when he was
the first 4 was awesome. The last 2 was a little bit.
Couldn't you be like, do a Steve Harvey, be like, enough of this foolishness?
No, music is sort of like a Mayan business thing.
If I ever went anywhere, we know why. You understand what I'm saying?
They got him, man.
Exactly.
Man, this shit is rigged, and they taking out black niggas, man. They playing in our faces.
What is going on with y'all, man? It is Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, man, so y'all already know what's going on.
That man right there is the devil.
I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are gonna agree with me on this one. Y'all already know what we're about to talk about, at least for the first half of this video, is who in the hell is this guy to the right, pretending to be Kanye West?
Yeah, it's not Kanye West.
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
I think at this point, it's about 3 or 4 Kanye West. I don't even know if we've had the right or the real Kanye West for a very long time.
I think the last one he called him out on social media.
Who is this dude? It just looks creepy to me. Like, this rabbi looking dude.
He the devil.
I don't know if y'all, this look a little creepy to me, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. This picture, it don't even look real.
At all.
Like this face is placed on whoever the person's body this is.
Hey,
and why Kanye's still holding his hand right here? They're not even talking.
Yeah.
They're still holding his hand right here. They're not even talking. But who is this, y'all? Who is this? Who is that? That is not Kanye West. Who is this?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is literally not Kanye West. There ain't an if, and, or but. Somebody posted this under a video on TikTok, and I said, oh my God. we're dealing with a complete imposter. It's not the fact that he's drugged up during the, so-called apology or, manning up and taking accountability to the fluish rabbi in New York.
One thing you can't really change your ear, nigga.
This is Kanye. I don't know where
cut it off, but you know what I'm saying.
This Kanye to the left is from.
The
Look at these ears.
You should get weird.
Look at these ears. I don't even need it. It don't even matter. I'm gonna leave this on the screen for a second, but we don't even need to see the ears. It's not him at all. These are two completely different ears. They don't just drop like this and just get pushed back up. I mean, the entire structure of this ear is completely different.
They got him, man.
But back to this. Who is this guy? Who is that? That's not Kanye. They just put out this video that Kanye actually put out on his own page. I think on X.
Check him out, man. This is fact.
This is not him. Anyways, check out the clip for y'all that haven't seen it. And just look and listen at how whoever this guy is talking. This is a little scary, y'all. Check this out.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with some various issues.
It's too late. We already know who we are, man. We're the Hebrew Israelites.
Take the ideas I had and have them take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of
rigged the game, you fakes.
And myself.
Y'all time gonna come, bro. We live in the end time.
So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid went and messed up the kitchen.
Look at that. The guy called himself a kid.
Now when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your job. And that's the way I look at it.
See, look at that.
Clean up the kitchen. I gotta clean up the living room. I gotta clean up the garage.
Yeah, it's not Kanye.
Yeah, and it's a big deal for me as a man to come and take accountability for all the things that I've said.
Dang,
I
Kanye.
Just appreciate
that's not Kanye.
Embracing
that's not Kanye.
me with open arms and allowing me to make amends. And this is the beginning and the first steps and the first
break
by break
right
to build back the
that
strong
white dude
walls.
is the devil. Man.
De judaïsme и национална и тачува Judaism.
What you slithering out your little snake here?
For someone when he regret about something that he has done wrong.
You are the devil, white man.
Live on this way.
This right here is the devil. That dude right there,
can regret and fix it.
He the devil.
A lot of people were just talking about him being drugged up. While he was talking.
He was. That's not Kanye.
To that rabbi. I'm assuming that rabbi is like kind of famous or something. I'm not sure. I don't know who he is. Never seen him a day in my life. But I'm just not even sure. It makes me think about y'all remember a couple years ago when Orlando Brown was talking about Kanye. And he was like, you got the short Kanye, you got the tall Kanye, you got the 6 foot Kanye, you got the short Kanye. Y'all remember he was talking about them basically fighting over who's gonna be Kanye. Now, I wonder when did that Kanye do that thing with the rabbi? Because now Kanye is way over in Japan and stuff, popping up at Travis Scott tour. And I think Kanye might be slated to go on tour soon. I'm not sure. But he basically did a whole set on stage with Travis Scott. So he done went from the fluish rabbi thing to now he's all the way in Japan. I don't know how many days this is apart. I'm just saying. One, I'm sticking to my guns. I don't believe that was Kanye that was talking to that fluish rabbi anyway. I don't believe it. It really just makes me think of that Orlando Brown clip, which actually I'm gonna just throw that in here real quick. I think it's only like 40 seconds to a minute, but
he was on point. That was probably 3 years ago, back in like 2022 or 23, where Orlando Brown was talking about it. But obviously, the topic isn't new. I think people have been talking about Kanye not being Kanye for a very long time. That's why I put that clip in the beginning of the video with Jadakiss, where he was like, I met 6 different Kanyes. Now, you could say that he's talking about Kanye's personalities, but I think it's quite literal that we have seen multiple Kanyes, and for sure, the one talking to the rabbi was not Kanye. Check this out, y'all. You guys actually realize like how there's a taller Kanye and a smaller Kanye, and a smaller. They're fighting for who's gonna be Kanye. They're fighting for who's gonna be Kanye, dude, right in front of you. And it's like, yo, bro, leave my brother alone.
So it's just like a nutty professor type of situation.
That's stupid, bro. You see Kanye 6 feet tall, and then you see him small. You better catch the small
rappers.
hug, man, because he been through a lot to be in that body. He was just trying to eat that day. he finally got it back, and that's what the real Kanye be in a real place, chilling, eating, no security. That's Kanye. Real place, chilling.
I'm telling y'all, that rapper who dressed up as another rapper, and they said he was actually the rapper. I don't know if it's Tyler the Creator or somebody.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
They be
Remember, he
cloning.
was really talking a lot. The cabal didn't like that, you know? The Illuminati, the cabal, they did not like how much he was saying. He was calling a lot of people out, and he said, if I go away and I come back and I look different, that is not me.
If I ever went anywhere, we'd know why.
What the fuck happened? He was going a little out. No, hold on.
He wanted to gain weight. I would do that too. I'm going to do that next summer.
Look at him. Compare old photos of him.
Who
It's
was
not
that
the same
nigga
fucking
name who
person.
was
It's not.
dressed up
Don't
as
cancel
another
me,
rapper?
Hollywood.
How do you
He
think
said
that
he was
these
a
people
different
would
rapper. He
hide
used to
that, Kristen?
usually, like,
If
literally,
somebody
I forgot
tried
the
to
nigga
clone
name.
you, I would scream it from the top of the mountain.
Damn,
Like,
what's
that's
the
not
nigga
You
name?
literally will get killed.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I believe this with every ounce in my body.
You think that you could make one of the biggest pop stars in the world just disappear and nobody would come forward?
The people who are going to come out and say something get killed.
There's weird shit happening, but some of it's too far.
This
That's
version
bad.
right here, I believe, is one of the most obvious that this is not Kanye. So there's either some really good body doubles of Kanye
That's what
out
they
there,
doing.
or he's literally just cloned. Or are we looking at the same Kanye in the state of mind of Get Out? Y'all remember when he tweeted that the Get Out movie was actually about him? He's being a prisoner inside his own mind. His consciousness is pushed back, and the consciousness of someone else has taken over. So many different theories.
Yep.
But I legitimately believe there are multiple Kanyes. Just
That's
like
what that
Orlando
rapper. He's a
said,
big
it's like
famous
they're
rapper
fighting
too.
over who is
Who
going to
dressed
be
up as another
Kanye.
rapper, bro.
Who's going to play Kanye the best?
Yep.
And this guy right here with these like shoulder pads on and this German shirt that says police, this is insane. And she just looks so demonic. I don't know which girl this is, but in this one right here, she looks very just demonic
Like
and weird in this little
Silent
getup
Hill,
that she
bitch.
got on. And this was when Kanye was wearing tights and shit, walking around with little flappers on. This version right here, whoever this is insane. This is insane. This man's wearing shoulder pads, getting ice cream with a German police shirt on. I believe this is one of the more obvious versions that this is not Kanye. I don't even know if that was Kanye that was on stage. Like, y'all remember when he was on stage with Joel Osteen, and Osteen was looking all uncomfortable when Kanye was talking about kids being fed thousands of images from the time they're born to basically disrupt their superpower. That's what he talked about. He was like, within those images are images that we can't see but sinks into the subconscious, and it just continues to kill their superpower, kill their innocence. I don't know if y'all remember that, but he was talking about that with that church dude who I think is a demon himself, Joel Osteen, however you say his name. Kanye has always said some,
some things where it's almost like we get a little peep of the real Kanye, and the next thing you know, he gone. They put him up. You got your chance. You know, we bringing out the other 3 Kanyes. Which reminds me, I think I want to end this video off. This might be a little shorter for a Sunday, but kind of just wanted to talk about Kanye in this video and not throw nothing else random in here. But I think I'm going to end this video off with that clip that was about a year or 2 ago, right before he went away. Because I think that's the one they were talking about in that clip, but it was like the sweet sounding dude that was just talking was like, he went away to gain weight. I'm going to do that next summer. I think this is the clip, or at least one of them, before he went away for a while. But y'all going to remember this, because this is where he talked about his mom being sacrificed and Michael Jordan and all that good stuff, right? But this is just a reminder of some of the things that Kanye has
in skin suits
said, where it's like borderline, okay, is this the real Kanye or not? Because I feel like only the real Kanye would say what he's about to say, which I'm sure some of y'all have seen this clip. I think I might have even posted this way back, but just in case I didn't, I just figured, hey, I'll go ahead and throw it in this video. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna come back after this one. I figured I'd just go ahead and wrap it up, finish the video off with this last clip. So don't click off the video yet if y'all haven't seen this one. Check this out.
That's how they try to categorize. They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce. I know you, man. But they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name I won't name. It's up. You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you, but the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'll take no disrespect from nobody. So let's get on the phone and let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody. Right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed. You understand? Yeah. Michael Jordan. What about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son. Right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing.
Magic Johnson, they
it feels like it might be a lot of that. They want to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand? They hit me. Gap, Adidas, all that away. Still, Forbes, who hate me, right, had the right net worth $400 million. Jesus is king. God loved me.
I can't wait for tonight.
All right, we back. So y'all see that, man? Yeah, that's not Kanye. That daughter skit, I feel like Kim, she control 3, you know what I'm saying? The kids control, all of them control. You know what I'm saying? By, you know what I'm saying, the higher ups. Like, that's why I've been trying to tell people, man, this world we living in, man, is meant to keep the black man down and suppressed. They gonna let some of the people rise so they won't see it, like, so they won't blankly say that, oh, y'all keeping black people in slavery. Look, we got some couple of black people right here. They rich as hell. But we know it's all just a, you know what I'm saying, a scheme. Because they don't really own that money on. Look at when Kanye West, he said what he said, and they took away all his money on. You know what I'm saying? The people don't really own their money on. It's controlled by other people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they be having handlers and assistants who got control of the money on. So you gotta stay woke that these people, man, that man who Kanye West met, that was the devil. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's Kanye. Or they got that nigga drugged up in the sunken place. I get out. So, man, hey, stay woke. That's just the meaning of the video, man. And you know what I'm saying? Be careful out your hood and outside. Be crip in the gang. That's our shit.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. Even though this is instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.